Okay, well, in this portion we do our rapid fire like we said. I was 10-4 last week. You were 9-5.
9-5.
The overall record is 49-28 for me and what?
48-29.
Okay, so Thursday night game is a good game. It's Atlanta going to New Orleans. Now, New Orleans is struggling. I understand that. But they looked good in their last, in 2 games ago at home against Dallas. They didn't look good at all against Philadelphia.
No, not at all.
But I think that was kind of a trap game for them because they were looking forward ahead to this divisional game. It's a Thursday night game. Breeze.
Yeah, I kind of thought it could be a trap game for Atlanta because of this. I feel like, it is a divisional thing and maybe Drew Brees just bounced back at home on a Thursday night, but I'm going with Atlanta.
Yeah.
At this point, it's all about Atlanta. Sorry, Drew Brees is done.
I do think New Orleans is going to be more competitive, but their defense is going to have to be the ones to make them more competitive in this game. A really hot Atlanta offense, except for last week, they've been extremely hot, so we'll see how that goes. Denver going to Cleveland, coming across country. Who are you picking in this one?
I'm going with Denver.
I think Denver's defense is too good. I'm going to go with them too. Even though I believe in the West Coast teams flying across the East Coast, I think that defense will travel. I think that defense would shut down McCown. We might see Manziel in this game if they can't move the ball at all going into the fourth quarter. I would love to see Manziel get a shot against a real defense like that. Who knows? We'll see. Like we talked about, McCown threw almost 500 yards in the last game.
He's not doing that against Denver.
You don't think he can keep it rolling, even get close?
No, not even close.
Now, does Peyton Manning keep the struggles going?
That's the bigger question. Does he keep it going?
Oakland's defense isn't all that good, and yet he didn't look good at all against them last week. No. So that's going to be interesting.
He's kind of been falling off a little bit this year.
What did I tell you? I thought their defense was going to end up being the better team than their offense. Week by week, slowly but surely, it's starting to really look that way.
It is, man. That's another one. I'll give you that one.
Yeah, it's well, that's 2.
That's 2.
I'll take 2. That's fine. Washington going to the New York Jets. I think this is a coin toss. I think Washington has been playing a lot better over the last couple of weeks. But at the end of the day, I like the New York Jets' defense. And I know I was at one of Kirk Cousins' 2 wins in his career, but at the end of the man has 2 wins. Like, he has 2 wins. I can't. Fitzpatrick has more wins, and if you're going to go down to the quarterback, and which that's what most games come down to, because I think both defenses are pretty well overall, and neither teams. I think that the Jets have the better wideouts, and I think the Jets have the better quarterback.
The Jets are definitely low on this one. I'm going with the Jets. I don't believe in Washington whatsoever. They don't have anything going for them.
But they look good. They look good the last 2 weeks. They look really bad that Thursday night.
They're not going to match up against that Jets defense.
No, I agree.
I'm going with the Jets.
Okay. Kansas City going to Minnesota. I'm giving up on Kansas City.
Well, you have to at this point. Jamal Charles is done. They're done. What are they, 1-4 now?
It's so sad. I thought they were 1-4 because of the schedule, and I even think that Cutler, the game against Green Bay and the game against Kansas City, looked really, really good. But at the end of the day, the rest of their schedule was really tough. You got to win that game against the Bears to have any chance moving forward. And you give it up late. I mean, it's over.
Give it up late to the Bears. You lose Jamal Charles.
Like you said, losing Jamal Charles. And you got to now find your wide receivers. You got to find McLemore. You got to figure out how to get Kelsey back into it, who hasn't been into it since week 2 or week 3. It's rough, man. That's hard to watch, and I feel bad because I'm an Andy Reid guy. I like Andy Reid. I feel bad. I hate watching this happen to him. But he's in a tough division. It's gonna be hard to get past Denver, anyways. Now, just like Baltimore, it's a wrap.
Time. Those are the 2 teams I'm done with completely. So, I'm going Minnesota.
I'm going to pick Minnesota too. I like Minnesota's defense. I like the way AP's been playing. I'd like to see Bridgewater keep maturing the way he has this season. They're kind of under the radar sleeper that we haven't talked about much. If they keep this going moving forward, we might have to start keeping an eye on them.
Who's that again?
Minnesota.
No.
Chicago going to Detroit. You could flip a coin, or you could just say, this is crazy. Cutler is actually the best quarterback in this game, so I'm going to pick Chicago.
I'm going with Detroit just for the fact that I don't think they're going to go winless, and I hate Chicago right now because they're trash. Granted, they got 2 wins. Congratulations. Like I said before, you got a couple wins. Great.
I'm with you.
Detroit isn't going winless.
Cutler has looked good against 2 kind of tough defense. Green Bay's defense is pretty good, and Cutler looked good overall, and Forte has looked good in every single game they played. Now, Kansas City's defense isn't great, granted, but they have Justin Houston, who gets a lot of sacks. Cutler looked good there, especially towards the end of that game. Detroit, they have a hard time. I mean, I know they played a little better here and there, but they've had a hard time stopping teams from their defensive standpoint, and Stafford's been so inconsistent. That's why I'm taking Chicago.
I can't believe we just overanalyzed that game.
Houston going to Jacksonville. Who you taking?
I'm going with Jacksonville.
You're taking Jacksonville.
I don't think they're not as. They've been competing. They've been holding their own against some teams. I
completely
Blake
agree.
Bortles are playing a little decent.
Yeah, I like the way that Blake Bortles is playing. I picked Jacksonville too. Houston, man, quarterback carousel, and their defense is
They don't know what's going on.
Their defense is not even close to what it looked like. They're just. I think they're playing for the first overall pick. We talked about Cincinnati and Buffalo, but I still want to clarify the pick. Who are you taking?
Cincinnati.
I'm taking Cincinnati too. Tyrod Taylor out. E.J. Manuel in.
It's a wrap.
It's going to be hard. It's going to be an interesting watch. Miami going to Tennessee. This is kind of a difficult one. I'm taking Tennessee. I like Mariota. I think Tennessee has been right there on the brink of beating okay teams, and I'm interested to see the direction Miami goes in, but I don't believe in them yet. Who you got?
I feel like that Miami could win this game because they fired Joe Philbin. You know, they had a week to kind of build up and get the feet underneath them. But in saying that, I'm still going with Tennessee.
Right. Yeah, it's just more consistent right now, and that's hard to say. Hard to say, but like you said, they still have it. The talent's there. If Tannehill can get hot, they can put something together. They can win that game. But we both agree we're going with Tennessee. Arizona going to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh winning on the last play of the game on Monday night. Mm-hmm. But we both have Arizona pretty high. Who you taking?
I'm going with Arizona.
I'm going to take Arizona as well with Mike Vick on the bench.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Mike Vick coming off the bench.
Mike Vick is not going against that defense. I don't care if it's in Pittsburgh or not. That defense, like you said earlier, the defense will travel.
Exactly. That defense will travel. That defense is stout.
I don't think Arizona's going to blow them out like they've done the other teams, but I think that they will handle Pittsburgh.
I'm excited to see Arizona's offense versus Pittsburgh's defense because Pittsburgh's defense has played really well against every team except New England. Mm-hmm. So this is going to be a test for Arizona to really see if they can get their feet under them and see if they can push forward. And, I mean, it's going across country, so that's just another factor into it. I'm going to pick Arizona as well, though. Carolina going to Seattle. We both talked about that already. We both took Seattle. That's going to be interesting, though, hopefully. Yep. Baltimore going to San Francisco, cross country. We've both given up on Baltimore, but yet...
Yeah, but yet I'm going Baltimore.
And I'm picking Baltimore as well. Joe Money Flacco.
That just says
Colin Kaepernick.
That just says how bad the 49ers are.
The X factor and wild card in this game, as bad as Baltimore's secondary is, the two wide receivers for San Francisco were both on the Baltimore team that won a Super Bowl with Joe Flacco. So I think that's something to look for. I think the Baltimore Ravens still pull it off, though.
I feel like they have to, though.
I mean...
49ers are like they're the worst team.
Yeah, it's going to look really bad. If you can't even beat the 49ers right now, you're going to have to... I mean, we might be talking about a whole different Baltimore team next week. San Diego going to Green Bay. I mean, Aaron Rodgers struggled a little bit. San Diego's defense, except for the last two drives, looked pretty good against Mike Vick. Who are you taking?
I'm going Green Bay. You can't beat Aaron Rodgers in Lambeau right now. He's unstoppable.
He threw 2 picks last week. I don't think it's going to happen for another, 3 years. So I'm going to go with Green Bay as well. New England going to Indianapolis is the Sunday night game. We talked about it before, the Deflategate rematch. Indianapolis can't figure out a way to beat New England over the last couple of years. Who you taking?
I'm going New England. I feel like Tom Brady wants his revenge, and he's going to get just that.
MVP of the league so far, Tom Brady. I think they keep it rolling. Gronk has absolutely destroyed the Colts over his career. Belichick has Luck's number. I think Luck has like an average of under 14 points against him. You got to take New England right now. I'm going with New England as well. The Giants going to Philadelphia. The Birds looked so much better last Sunday against a pretty bad New Orleans team. But the defense has been consistent all season. The Giants, though, on fire, on a roll. Who are you taking on Monday night? The Cowboys fan. This has got to be fun to pick.
Either way, it's sickening to me. Because I want Philadelphia to win this to kind of halt that momentum a little bit for the Giants. Yeah. I also want the Eagles to lose this because I don't want to hear how they're back and Chip Kelly's a genius again. I don't want to hear that bullshit coming from all you Eagles fans.
But hold on.
I don't want to hear that nonsense.
What about me, though? Because what did I tell you when everybody was jumping off the ship?
That's why I don't want to hear it.
But what about me? I wasn't jumping off the ship. I was telling you at that time.
So you're one person.
Well, I mean, but you throw me into that category.
Because you Eagles fans jump on and off all the time.
My exact words were at Thanksgiving, if this team is better, I don't want to hear those people that were making the videos, that were freaking out, that were walking out of the stadium making the videos. I don't want to talk about them. I don't want to hear. I said at Thanksgiving, if the Eagles are better, I don't want to hear them talking about look at this, look at that. Because I told you back then, and I still had faith, and I thought that there was optimism to be there. And now everybody, you know what I mean. But
you know what? Now this is a spur of the moment pick. I'm going with the Giants.
You're going with the Giants?
I'm going with the Giants just because I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. Next week, I don't want this to be the leading topic of our show. I don't want to hear how Chips.
I don't think it'll be the leading topic even if the Eagles win.
Yes, it would.
I'm taking the Eagles. I just like to see how they're
rolling.
Well, yeah, I agree. I agree the Giants are rolling, but I think their defense hasn't had to play anybody extremely difficult yet, except for the Falcons, and they didn't play all that well against the Falcons. So we'll see.
They're not going to face anything difficult next week.
We'll see about that. We'll see. Hopefully,
what is difficult about the Eagles' offense?
I hope you're wrong, but I mean, they looked good last week.
Against the Saints.
Yeah, I know.
That's dead last.
I've admitted it.
In yards a game.
I've admitted it. I told you that. I told you that I understand where it's at, but I think that the Eagles still have a good chance, and this is going to come down to it, though. If the Eagles want a chance to win the division, they got to win this game because they are 0-2 in the division.
I'll keep you right in the hunt.
You cannot go 0-3 in the division.
No.
And so this is a desperation game for the Eagles and Chip Kelly for at least the 2015 season. Thank you for watching. This is JD Sports. I'm Jarrett Hood. That's Dwight Garfield. You can find our Twitter @_JD Sports. Our personal Twitters will be there.
You can find our Facebook page and the information down below. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe for fresh weekly content. Stay tuned because the best is yet to come.